Remember my sheets have the cough syrup I spilled on it when I was trying to pour some cough syrup in the darkness? Well, that looks like blood, and now my sheets are all ripped. I don't know if I did that like clawing or it's just they're getting old. It looks like a murder scene. I just put together my easel. It's chalk on one side, whiteboard on the other, and I'm just gonna paste a piece of paper on it and draw on that for now. But I can get a roll of paper to go on there. And here we go. Let's do a show. I signed up for a Shopify webinar yesterday that was done at 1 o'clock today. I thought it would teach me how to start an online store, but he was just talking to like a bunch of people at once, and I don't know. I didn't learn anything. I don't understand. All right, I have set up the new webcam. I haven't plugged it in yet, but it's sitting on the laptop. There's the box. I thought I should do like an unboxing because people love unboxings, but I don't want to. Okay, lucky you people. I am now gonna start uploading the vlogs I've been backlogged on since November 24th, but I'm going into it, and because it's on my computer now, I'm editing out. Showed me messages. I'm editing it to make the sound lined up, so it's taking a while. Because as we know, Instagram, when I download it and upload it again, it moves the sound, so it's all misaligned. And normally I just upload it right from my phone and I don't even look at it again. But because it's all on my computer now, I'll make the changes. But then we are gonna start transitioning to me doing sort of like half hour interviews a day with people and sort of minimizing these daily Instagram stories because the audio sucks on them, and this is just a way to let you know what I'm doing during the day, but I don't want it to be like long. Oh my god, this is taking forever. And as you can see, Instagram stories cut off the audio in the old vlogs. I'm adding a super that says that. And also, I just uploaded like Friday, November 24th to Facebook, and then I realized it was already on there. I've already got till the following Monday on Facebook. I just hadn't posted them to YouTube yet. It's such a waste of time, all of this. I'm gonna finally go to the gym now. It's 6:20 and the party starts at 7. How did this happen? I wanted to go to the gym for like at least an hour, and I have peanut butter on my face. Or is that a zit? Anyways, check out the drawing I did. That's like, I'm just working on my leg. I figured it was okay to be in the gym because there's Pat. He's on the board of directors, and the party started and he's still here doing his rowing. But I tried watching Netflix on the treadmill and the internet here isn't working. I unplugged the modem, it's still not working. And if I run for half an hour, I'm probably not going to look any thinner for tonight's party. And Kathleen's been texting me or messaging me saying, don't leave me alone here too long. The appetizers will run out and that's your dinner. And I guess also with the internet not working in the gym, that's God's way of saying you should be at this party. You should have gone to the gym hours ago. You had all day. I'm like, I know, God, I know. I was just trying to upload these stupid vlogs. All right, there's Kathleen. We're networking. We're not actually talking to anybody. She was talking to people when I showed up, and now she's just hanging out with me. This is the party. It's in this room this year. It's a different location. Sasha Piper just commented, love the party, so I'm glad you're enjoying our vlog. Kathleen's upset because she ate before the party, so she can't pig out like I am. But I'm eating lots. Lots of good food, and I don't know anybody here, so... Kathleen's gone home, and one woman told me she doesn't want me filming here because there's been complaints that I filmed at the wine party and people like their privacy. But that's Maddie there. I just talked to her, so I'll tell you about her later. She says she's a waitress at Canteen, so I'm going to go down to Canteen and visit. What am I still doing here? I should go to bed. Okay, after Kathleen left, I was just standing there, just sort of chatting on my phone for like an hour. I don't even know why. But then Susie came up and she was like, hey, do you want a tray of food? And I was like, yes. And she's like, okay, well, you should probably take it now before anybody notices. And then I was like, oh, like she wants me to leave. But then the rest of the sentence was, and then you can come back. And I was like, yes. So it was a little roller coaster there. So I brought this thing, and then I went back, and then she gave me another tray and like these crackers and bread. And then I went back down, and I was talking to Pat from the board for a while, and we had a really good talk, actually. He was telling me about his life history and how he thinks he has a good voice for voice acting. We talked about stocks, and like me, he made $1 million at some point and didn't sell, and it went all the way back to nothing. And then Christine was saying, you know, they have to give this to someone, and I said, I'll take it. They're like, okay. So I was just finally like, you know what, I'll take it. There's still some people down there, but I feel like maybe now it's the time to just go to bed. You know, I'm starting to get sniffly again and stuff. Also, when I was taking the the tray with the crackers, there was 3 girls in the elevator, and they were saying, let's launch in January. And I said, launch what? And they're like, we're going to start this company selling like digital wallets, like little hard drives to save your Bitcoin, and we could be on your podcast. I'm like, yes. And this guy, Peter, who was talking to Pat introduced me, and Peter was giving us stock tips. He gave me like 3 mining companies that he likes. I'm going to look, not that I have any money to invest, but I like reading about these little tips. And if I start pulling in money again. Actually, Pat was saying, Pat's on the board, so he deals with all rental issues and stuff. And he's like, there's a guy who's like you. And he finds people on Craigslist or whatever to be his roommate for like at least 6 months. And they've had some problems with the roommates leaving after 2 months, but then they let him have another roommate, but that can't happen again because it's supposed to be like a 6-month lease at least. But Pat is like, maybe that could be something for you. Bring in some money and then you can afford to stay here. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. So maybe I could live in my studio. Where's my studio there? I could like put a bed in there. And I could give someone my big bedroom or something. So if somebody wants to be my roommate, let me know. Be fun. We could just hang out, and you could like be in the background when I talk to myself on my phone. Oh, and earlier in the evening at the party, this tall blonde woman came up. She's like, hey, I'm Jess. We were on like the committee to buy the patio furniture together. I'm like, oh, right. And then she introduced me to her shorter friend, Sarah. Sarah and I talked for a long time. Sarah told me a story about being in the gym, and she saw some girl talking on her phone, like in the hot tub. Like Sarah was going to go have a hot tub. She's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't because there's this girl there. The girl turned around and she was wearing like, and I said, a thong? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, I saw her. Apparently this girl's always in the hot tub talking on the phone with, and it's not even a thong. It's like a one-piece bathing suit that looks kind of normal, like a Baywatch bathing suit from the front, but then the back, it's kind of like right up the butt. So that just sort of stuck in my memory. Oh, and then at some point, how did Black Mirror come up? I just said, hey, do you guys watch Black Mirror? And Sarah's like, yes. And she said, Jess thinks it's a bit too dark, but Sarah likes that it's dark. And I was like, I like that it's dark. And I was like, this is my girl. But then later on, Sarah's like, I need to go, I need a smoke. I want to go upstairs and have a smoke and take my heels off. And I was like, oh. Because we all know what I think about smoking, right? Oh, and right at the beginning of the night, Susie came up and she was like, just so you know, before somebody else says something, you maybe shouldn't be filming here because there was complaints. The people at the wine club came to the board and said privacy was invaded. There was privacy concerns when I do my filming. And as you know, I just went to the wine club and said, hey, look, it's a wine club. And I said to Susie, I thought it would be like helpful to promote the building and be sociable and stuff. She's like, no. I'm like, okay. So that's why I didn't film much at the party. Actually, now that I think of it, Susie moved out. I think she lives there or something. And she got special permission to come back because, she's helped with the condo or whatever, which is fine. But she has no say over me filming. But she was just giving me advice. Like, in case someone else came up. And now I'm all worried because today, all day, I was trying to move the audio in these Instagram stories because I know the sound doesn't line up. So what you're watching right now might not sync with my lips, but it doesn't matter. I think you should mostly treat these stories as like an audio story. So don't worry if the video isn't lined up with my lips, or maybe the video doesn't even look good. Just sort of listen to it, please. And that way I don't have to feel like I have to go back and try to move the audio to sync it up with my lips. Because Instagram stories, for some reason, when if I save the whole story, it's not lined up anymore. It starts glitching. And I don't want to have to, film and edit like with a regular camera. I just want to do this. It's faster. So I think that's all I have to say for now. Tomorrow is kind of my last day before my parents get here. Did I tell you about the Ottawa trip? Okay, so Jody messages me, I think last night, and says, I saw you post somewhere that we're driving to Ottawa together on the 22nd. And she says, there's a small chance I can't do that. I might be staying with a friend in Brockville at their place on the way. And I just said, oh. And that was it. And then the next morning she texted, this morning. She's like, I feel bad, but I didn't realize we'd committed. I thought we just talked about it, and I forgot about it. And I'm like, oh, whatever. And she's like, if you really need a ride, I can still drive you. I said, it's fine. I'll just think about what to do. And so she feels bad. But, okay, so new change of plans, I guess. My parents are visiting me this weekend, but I assumed I was going to drive up with Jody on the 22nd to go to Ottawa, just because she's driving, so it'll be a ride. But if she's not going, maybe I don't even need to go. It depends. If I see enough of my parents this week, because I don't have a day job, I could always go anytime. I could bring my laptop in January when it's less busy, or whatever. If anybody has any advice on this subject, let me know. Oh, and Pat is, what is he, 70, I think? And he's in his 70s. He was telling me tonight that he's like, when do you wake up? I'm like, I don't know, I always try to get up in time. He's like, well, he says he wakes up around 11:30 in the morning. I'm like, what? I'd love to do that. That's normally what I do, but I feel guilty. And he's like, no, he goes to bed around 3. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, like it's just my normal circadian rhythm, so I'm not going to fight it. I'm retired. I'm like, yeah, so maybe I shouldn't feel guilty about staying up till 3 and sleeping in till noon. But the difference is he's retired and I need money, so. And also, it's not like till 3 in the morning I'm being productive. It's like just like this kind of crap, talking on my phone or like watching videos, and that's not going to make me money. So, all right, I'll go to bed now, and let's do a show tomorrow. I've got my easel there. I was drawing a logo today. I've got my mics, and like I've got my webcam. I could bust it out. So who wants to be interviewed tomorrow? Let me know, and we can do a little live chat, and we can start this rolling, and I could make you my podcast.